guys, it's Coach Sam, and today I wanted to talk about those days that just kind of stink. The days that make you feel like nothing's good, you want to go back to bed and knock it out, like you want to eat a whole pint of ice cream, like you just want to break down in tears at any moment, and like the universe is just rooting against you. Because we all have them. And they suck. And I'm having one today. So I'm going to talk to you guys and probably cry at you a little bit about something really cool that has become a huge part of my life that really helps me during these days. And most of you know, I'm, fitness, I like programs. So don't get me wrong, punching the crap out of some air really usually helps a lot. But sometimes there are days when you can do your workout and go as hard as you want, and the day is still crappy and you still feel kind of shitty after. But one thing that coaching gave me that I would have never, I don't think ever done or thought about, if I hadn't become a coach, is personal development. And when people hear that, they freak out or turn your ears off or whatever, but don't. Hear me out. I think before I started coaching, I had only ever read one self-help or personal development book, whatever you want to call it. And I think it was Who Moved My Cheese? And I was in 7th grade. And so really, how bad can your life be in 7th grade? It seems really simple now. Then of course I was all angsty and I'm a teenager and my life is awful. Oh my God. But truth be told, now life is a lot more complicated. And before I started coaching, I was super, super depressed. The kind of not getting out of bed, eating all my feelings, gaining 60 pounds kind of depressed. I had no friends, cut off my family, didn't really talk to anybody, got in fights with my husband all the time. Basically, pretty much hated my life. But I put on a really good front for everybody else. I was all smiley and happy all the time. So, when I became a coach, one of the things that they talk about is personal development. And I did the same thing most people do, and I kind of was I don't need that. And I turned my ears off and whatever, but the way that it was presented to me wasn't self-help, it was presented as training. And over time, I realized that there's training for a business, and then there's training just to be a better person. And I really, really needed that at that time. Oh my gosh, talk about depressed. When you're depressed, yeah, you can use training to be a better person every freaking day. So because it was something that I was doing for my business, I started doing it every day. And little by little, it helped so much. And I started out with little stuff and then moved on, and there were books that I got halfway through and I was just well, I can't do this anymore. And when I got there, I would switch it up. But there were some that I stuck with and I made it through, and they made a huge impact on me and my life and have given me tools that I'm able to, when I feel those feelings that I had when I was depressed start creeping up, I'm able to be screw you and move on with the rest of my day. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about with you guys today is little ways to kick the crappy feeling. Number one for me is I usually go to my workout. I usually try my workout first. And I try something really intense, something that's going to make me feel like a total badass. So I go for combat, or my personal favorite is Turbo Fire. The low hit 20 makes me feel more like a badass chick than I think any other workout on the planet. I don't know why. That one is just my punch and kick and freaking jump my heart out. And tonight I did Speed 2.0 from T25, and that, that really helped. Plus your workout, endorphins start flying and stuff starts happening in your body and your hormones, and so you're going to feel happier to begin with. But let's be honest. Life happens, and sometimes post-workout, life continues to suck. So what do you do then? And then, now, if this was me a year and a half ago, I would have told you I'm going to go bake a pan of brownies and eat the whole thing. Not the case. The first thing that I did when I realized that I needed another pick-me-up was I went and I made my favorite shake. Favorite one. Didn't care whether I'd had too much peanut butter today or whether I'd had whatever. I just went and I made it. Because guess what? An extra tablespoon of peanut butter ain't gonna kill me. Or my workout. Or whatever. So I made myself a pumpkin spice latte shake and drank it and loved it. And guess what? Life still continued to suck. So then I texted my coach, who's usually awesome, and she's like super motivational and tells me like she believes in me and I can do this and go get them. And unfortunately, like, still continued to suck. So now I sit before you, warm cup of coffee, as it is below 50 degrees in Florida, so the sweaters and hats come out, and the coffee. Talking to you guys, telling you about my last tip, personal development. When I have a day and I'm feeling I can't kick it, and this is where I'm probably gonna cry, I grab a book, and right now, my favorite one, by far, to read when this happens is You're a Badass. It's by Jen Sincero. If you don't have it, I suggest going out and getting it. Because when I read the book, this book specifically, it helps me kick the feeling. It helps me realize that I'm not alone. Other people feel this way. Other people have bad days. Other people feel like the universe is rooting against them. It's not just me. And you know what? Whenever I pick up one of these books, or I listen to a podcast, or I get on a call with, positive people in my life, and I say, hey, let's chat, it really helps. And it helps kick the crappy feeling, and it helps me feel excited about tomorrow, and it helps me get excited to make videos like this for you guys. And that's it. That's all I have for you. So whenever you're having a bad day, I hope that you try those things, that you check out a workout that makes you feel like a badass, and look to the positive people in your life that are around you, and check out some personal development, like the book, You're a Badass. And I really, really do hope that your day gets better. And if it doesn't, click the YouTube link, like email me or whatever, and let's chat, and let's just make your day better, because nobody deserves to have bad days. Mwah. Bye.